Hello guys, stop. I mean you, yes. Are you a makeup lover? Are you an upcoming makeup artist? Are you a makeup enthusiast? This is the video that you need to watch to give that your makeup a game changer. Yes, you heard me. You just heard me. In this video, I'm going to be explaining in details step-by-step makeup tutorial for beginners, for makeup lovers, and for everybody that just love to look good. Do you get it? So my name is Kalista Adomike, a professional makeup artist and a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the video, guys.
Someone tell me why.
As I said earlier, this video is just going to be so detailed. I'm going to take my time to explain to you guys everything you need to know, starting from grooming the brows and to the end of the makeup look. So in this video, I'm grooming her brows, taking the excess hair underneath that's on the brow bone and taking the excess at the top of her brows as well. Do you get it? So this is just basically keeping the brows neat and making sure that the shape of her brows is not altered. When it comes to grooming the brows, there are some things you have to take note of. Number one is that you're using blade on the skin of your model or your client, so you just have to be very careful. Number two again is that while you are using the blade to groom the brows, make sure that the skin is firm. As you can see, I'm using my thumb to hold on to the skin and making sure that it is firm while I use my blade in it. And my blade and my mascara wand, that's my schoolie, they are like I use them hand to hand. You understand? When I remove any excess hair, I comb, like I brush to see what I'm doing before going into another clean up again. Do you get? So you just have to be very careful about it and just continue doing that. Do you get? So after that, I went into cleaning her face. Guys, you have to do our makeup on a clean slate. Clean her face with the Blossom micellar water. Then after cleaning her face very well, the stain you got on her face was me trying out her foundation shade. Do you understand? So after that, I went into the Mario Badescu hydrating spray to hydrate her skin. Then this is the Snail Cos S serum. I'm using it to further hydrate her face. Then after that, using the moisturizer from the same Cos S to make sure that her skin is highly hydrated. When it comes to makeup, guys, you have to take note of the skin. The skin is your primary focus, because at the beginning of the makeup like this, if the skin is not properly hydrated, then the makeup is just going to eventually break. It's not going to give you that skin finish. Do you understand? So going into the primer, I'm mattifying her face with the Omari Code primer, and just basically on her T-zone. This is her forehead, and just applying the primer generously on her face. So guys, this is just using the fan to dry it up and make sure that all products it's as in move into the skin. So that's basically the job of the fan. And further mattifying her face, because she has an oily skin, I went into the Mismetic Power Grip. No, not Power Grip, Power Seal, to further hydrate her face. So now we're done with the skin work. Now we have to go into the foundation. Do you understand? So the foundation shade I used Beauty by AD in the shade Bar 06 and the Huda Beauty foundation the shade Toffee. So guys, look at what I did in this particular makeup. I used this concealer from MAC to hide these her dark spots. So this concealer is like a 2 shade or a shade darker than her skin tone. So when it comes to concealing dark spots, you have to use a concealer that is way darker than the skin tone. Do you understand? Not way darker like that, like maybe a 2 shade darker or 1 shade darker. Do you understand? That is how you hide and conceal the dark spot on the face. So you see the way I just did that, and the face was already flawless already. I've not applied foundation this other side, and you see what it looks like. Now applying foundation on it is just, it was a game changer, and this is exactly what it is. Do you understand, guys? So I told you guys that this video is just going to be, it's so in-depth. So in achieving a skin like finish, you make sure that, because it's not like the foundation doesn't have that coverage to cover it, but it just help you, clean off all blemishes on the skin. Remember, it's a concealer, and one of the job of concealers is to take off blemishes from the skin. So this is blending the foundation, blending it very, very, very well. You see this foundation, when you start something like this, you could feel that, okay, the tone of the foundation was not matching to her shade, but just be patient and watch this video to the end, and you see how it is to trust your process when you're doing makeup. Because when it comes to fair skin, in choosing your foundation, you're not just overly focused on the shade only, you also focus on the skin tone of the client. So take note of that. Now going into highlighting her face, we're using the Kevyn Aucoin concealer in the shade 11, XS11. Do you understand? So just applying it in the necessary parts where you need to highlight. You understand? So you have to highlight the forehead, underneath the eyes, that's the T-zone, her chin, and that's basically where we're highlighting. So I want you guys to tell me if you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comment section. If you have any question, do you understand, any question at all in terms of makeup and anything you want to be clarified, drop it in the comment section. I'm here to save you guys. Do you understand? So then while I'm waiting for the concealer to get a bit tacky, I went into the cream blush. That is TM Essential in the shade, I guess that is Headline, or I can't remember exactly what shade of TM Essential that is. So I went into contouring her face with the L'Oreal foundation in the shade, I think it's 500. So this contouring of the face is very, very important. It creates that warmth and it brings the face together. Do you get? So whatever you're doing, don't forget to always contour the face. It gives the face that balance you're looking for. So I went into, with that same foundation, I went into contouring her nose. So what I did basically here is I have finished blending under her eyes, which is the concealer that I use in highlighting under her eyes. I am done blending it. So I am just very careful here. If you know you cannot be this careful, after you finish blending under your eyes, just go ahead and set under the eyes. But if you can do what I did here basically was that after I was done blending under her eyes, I went into contouring her nose so that I can blend into the contour of the nose and the concealer under her eyes. I can blend everything together to give me a flawless finish. That was the idea behind this. So when I was done blending the nose contour, I went into setting under her eyes. So what I did, because she has already blinked for a while, I blend under the eyes first, like to remove the fine lines before actually going into my Merac setting powder in the shade Ginger. So this is, then I use my beauty blender to set underneath the eyes. So what I'm doing here basically is to use a smaller brush. That area, those corners that my beauty blender was not able to get, then this smaller brush will get there. Do you understand? So just to make sure that I properly set under her eyes, every corners of the eyes. Look at the skin finish, guys. Just setting under the eyes. Just look at this baby doll. This skin, this finish is giving 100 minus nothing. So let's continue the makeup, guys. So I set when I was done setting under the eyes, so I used my Blossom 3-in-1 to lock everything together. Then going into the fan to dry it up, I went into this MAC mineralized powder in the shade Dark to further contour the face wherever I contoured. So this mineralized powder, it creates that warm. You see the difference now. Do you understand? That I went into her shade in melanin in the shade 108. So I use a little from with my beauty blender to dab the places where I highlighted, just to create that coverage. Just the places where I highlighted, that was what I did that for. Then using the main brush, now the powder brush, to cover every part of her face. That's it. We know we've not applied powder, so this is the powder for her skin. So that is exactly where we are. So using the same powder to finish everything, both her neck, everywhere. So using that same powder I used to contour her face, to also this is just basically to maintain the contour in her nose and in her face. And while I'm doing this, I'm blending as I go. I'm blending as I go. So using the same Merac setting powder to bake. Now we are out baking. Now what I'm doing basically here is two things. I am what's it called? Reverse contour the nose, then baking under the eyes. So the reverse contour is just to keep the nose snatched. The areas where you snatched in the first place is to keep it snatched. And I'm also baking the face as well. So just take your time and watch this video. You will learn a lot and you will understand every single step that I am taking in this makeup tutorial. So I'm just doing the same thing on the other side of the face. I'm making sure I'm very, very careful. You understand? So using the remainder from the brush in the beauty blender to do the same reverse contour in her chin. In her cheek, sorry, not her chin. Chin is different from the cheek. So you just do the same reverse contour in her cheek, and using the same, just basically baking all over the face. I did the same thing at the bridge of her nose, and do the same thing for the brows. So we are here for the brows. So what I'm doing now is to clean off the excess powder and foundation on the brows with this Beauty Line by Didi Schooling. So going into her brows, I use the Again Esther brow pomade. I don't think there's anything to match up with this brow pomade. I love everything about it. Then using the shade Toffee to outline her brows. Remember, when you're done grooming the brows from the beginning, it's usually very, very easy to outline the brows using her normal brow shape. So you can see how easy it is, just using the same shape to achieve this goal. Then I outline underneath the eyes, and I outline not underneath the eyes, sorry. I outline underneath her brows and the top of her brows. So that's basically the part. Then using this brow spoolie to brush the hairs up, while I use the Beauty Line by Didi pencil in the shade Brogazin to give it a few strokes. I had to zoom a little bit so that you see exactly what is happening with these brows. Just giving it a few strokes, just filling up the sparse area. That's exactly what I'm doing. I did not use the brow pomade to do this. You can use it, but I just feel very comfortable using the pencils. If you see that I use the Beauty Line by Didi in that Brogazin, or I use Davis pencil. So this is basically the two things I use to fill in the sparse area of the brows. The next thing for us is to highlight a brow bone. Take a good look at my serious work face. So just clean off the brows, and with the shade of concealer, that same shade I use under her eyes. So that's what I use to clean off the brow bone and just make it smart and beautiful. That's basically what I'm doing here. Then use the same brush to blend everything in and just see the difference it is from the other side. So when it comes to the brows, I tell you guys, be focused. be very focused. Whenever I'm working on my brows, I usually look at it very well. Like you feel that I'm not seeing, because I'm always very, very close to the face. So you have to be very focused. Take it one step at a time and take away, the excess line here and there, clean it off and make sure everything comes out beautiful. The main focus when highlighting the brows is the brow bone. You see this brow bone is the main focus. You understand? So that is what is going to give you that brows, that lift that you're looking for. So I'm done with that, and I'm just basically blending and setting the concealer I used to highlight the brow bone. I'm just setting it with a shade of powder, and everything is good. Then you have to still clean off the top of the brows as well. So I use a shade of powder, a shade of foundation to clean off the top of the brow, so that it is not difficult while you are blending. When you use the concealer, it's usually pretty difficult while you are blending. So just use a shade of foundation to clean up the excess, the top of the brows, so that everything comes out beautiful and lovely, as you can see right here. And this brows is giving everything it should give. And you see, I'm doing the same thing I did for the other side. I'm doing the same thing for the other side of the brows as well. So using her shade of powder to set in the concealer. Remember, we highlighted her brow bone, so you have to set in the concealer as well. If not, the oily shine will make the brows not to last over time during the day. That is it. So we're done with the brows, guys. So this is me now, perfectionist, trying to, scoop everything, check everything, Then going into the eyeshadow, I'm using my fave benign eyeshadow primer, just for our eyeshadow base. Now, when it comes to this eyeshadow, be focused. Be very focused. Every aspect of makeup artistry, it involves blending. Every aspect. You cannot take it away. You cannot just say the only place you blend very well is the skin. You cannot say the only place you blend very well is the brows. Every part, every aspect is blending. So I just finished blending the base for the eyeshadow, then taking this shade of powder. This is not a shade of powder. This is 109 in melanin. It's not a shade of powder, but I love that orange tone from it, so I'm using it for her transition color. And so using it to achieve two things: a transition and blending that top of the eyeshadow base. That's the eyeshadow primer. So this is exactly how it is. Then we are going to Morphe. This is my absolute best palette for Morphe palettes. So this using that brown shade to intensify the transition color. Just look at what I'm doing. I finished using that powder as a base for the transition. I'm using this brown here as to build up the transition. Do you understand? Then after which I use a darker brown, not longer a lighter brown as I used before, a darker brown at the outer corner of her eyes. Why I am blending into the transition area. Do you understand? Why I blend that dark brown into the transition area, but the focus is at the outer corner of her eyes. Then I went into this peach, this rosy peach for the main eyeshadow on her eyelid. That is the combination of the eyeshadow here. So you can pause and wind back and go forward, as you choose. Do you understand? So this is exactly how I achieve these eyes. I hope you understand it. If you don't, leave a question for me in the comment section. I'll be very much happy to answer your question. So let's continue, guys. So the same thing, just to make sure that everything is, coming out wonderful. This is me blending the top of the brows. Remember, sorry, not brows, the top of the eyelid. Do you understand? Remember, I have already used my transition color as a base already. So it's usually very easy to blend in the eyeshadow so that you're not getting that overly not blended eyeshadow. That is the primary reason why you have to go into your transition color. Do you understand? So that it will create a base for the eyeshadow that is coming in and an easy blend for it as well. Thank you. So the same thing I did I'm doing it again here, so I don't have to re-explain. I just want you to watch it again and see how it's playing out. The same darker brown at the outer corner of our eyes, and thank you very much for watching. I love you guys. If you've watched this video to this point, guys, I know you love it as much as I do. I took my time to create this video because I wanted it to be very much explanatory and be very much, the detail to be intense. So guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please guys, subscribe to my channel and join the family. You love it here. So let's continue the makeup, guys. Then using the outer corner of my beauty blender, I just had to give that shape, clean up that the outer corner so that I lift the eyes up. So I'm going in at this point, guys. Please don't be angry. At this point, we were so much in a haste. I have a baby, so I had to rush home on this day of this shoot. So the hairstylist had to join me and we had to work together. In fact, this hairstylist, give it up for her. I don't know how the both of us were able to work together and nobody was obstructing each other, and we just got it. So please, you will not be angry. You'll be seeing her often as she's trying to lay the hair for this shoot. So I have used the pigments from Candy Beauty to, I just wanted that shimmery look. And this is me. I cleaned off the excess fallout from eyeshadow on her mascara, on her lashes with the mascara, and me, trying to fix her extension, that's the external eyelashes, and using this same mascara to make sure that the natural eyelashes and the external lashes match together. You understand? So I'm using this Merak black eye pencil to line the waterline and the underneath the lash line, so that when it's dark, the sink is always mind-blowing. You understand? So I used a bit dark shade from my palette, my eyeshadow palette, to smoke under her eyes. That's exactly what I'm doing here. So just to smoke under her eyes to give it. Remember, you see what I'm doing? I think the smoking under the eyes did not get to the top of the front of the eyes. So I'm using this glitter liner to line just the beginning of the under eye. You can see what I'm doing. So I'm using that glitter liner to give you that shimmer. So while I'm going to my what's it called, my eyeliner from Beauty Line by Didi to line her lash line, and the liquid part, that's the top of the lash line. Remember, I've used Merak black charcoal pencil to line under the lash line. Then this is the top of the lash line. I'm using this Beauty Line by Didi liquid eyeliner at the top of the lash line. Do you understand? And that was exactly how we achieved this beautiful, lovely eye look. So going into her lip, I'm using a shade, that brown shade anyways, in the Imagic lip palette to line her lip and blend everything together. So my hairstylist was just, she was serious in her game, and she was just working for us because she was pretty fast for me, so I can quickly run off and go and attend to my baby. So the lip, so basically when it comes to the lip, remember I told you that every step of makeup involves blending. So this is me blending and blending the lip. So after blending the lining, I went into this, will I call it a pink or a peach shade nude from the same palette as the base, because in this nude, in this lip, I think I blended so much color. So you just have to watch me as I blend it as I go. So be focused on the makeup. Don't allow the activity of the hairstylist to confuse you or to distract you. Do you understand? Be focused on what I'm doing on the lip. Then after blending that nude, I went into a lighter nude. As you can see, this is like a white, that white color in the Magic palette. I blend it on top of the existing color and just blend everything together while I'm taking it a bit to the top of the lip. I don't want the top of the lip to be too blending with the nude shade, you understand? So I went into this nude color from Beauty Line by Didi to intensify the nude on that, to intensify the nude on the lip, on the lower lip, you get. Then going into this glossy, over glossy clear gloss from what's it? Polar Beauty. Yes, Polar Beauty. So, and that was how we achieved this mind-blowing lip. Look at how the lip is so sumptuous. So I use this my small brush to, blend in and clear off the under eyes, and just look at how this makeup is coming together, guys. Everything is just like, when you bake a bread and you put it in the oven and it's coming out all luscious and ready to eat. That's exactly how this makeup is turning out, and it's mind-blowing. Do you understand? So going into highlighting the face, I use this wet balm from Miss Metic to, give that glow. Look at the glow. Just look at that glow, the sun kiss glow. it's giving, you understand? So using the my mascara to just, bring down her under eyelashes, and wow, woo, this makeup is beautiful. It's mind-blowing. And using the vitamin C from Blossom 3-in-1 spray to lock everything in. And after that, I use my lock-in seal it spray from Sopro to finalize the lock-in. Guys, we've come to the end of the look, and this is beautiful. This is lovely. I love every aspect of this look, and I'm sure you love this makeup as much as I do love it. As a makeup lover, as an upcoming makeup artist, a beginner in the game, you can recreate this look. You can actually watch this video because it's actually very detailed. You can actually watch this video from the beginning to this point and recreate this look. Don't forget to tag me. Let me see what you're able to recreate. And I don't mind to correct you, give you a few corrections here and there so that, your makeup game will be uplifted. Do you understand? That was the essence of the video in the first place, you understand? So guys, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let's push this video algorithm and take it higher so that the YouTube algorithm will take the video to the whole world. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section and share this video as well. I'll be very much happy to see what you have for me in the comment section. If there's any makeup look you want me to recreate, I will be very much happy to do that. I had to zoom this video for you to see the detail of this video, every single part of it. Video don't lie. Look at the detailed. The makeup came out wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. I love you guys. Until I meet you in my next video, stay blessed and thank you again. I love you all. Bye. Mwah.